Watch this, y'all. I'll be back.
Y'all, let me tell y'all what just happened to me. Yeah, I'm looking a hot mess, but oh my God, it took everything up out of me. Okay, so boom, while I'm here at Cabelas, right, in Hammond, I'm here at Cabelas. I came here to purchase a firearm. Now, I am concealed to carry. I have all of my information. I came up here. When I walked in here, they was nice at first. They directed me to the firearm department. I have never purchased a gun before. I was on the phone with my stepfather all this morning trying to figure out what's the best starter gun for me to purchase. So I don't know. How to get started, what to do. You know what I'm saying? So right. I come up here and I have pictures in my phone that I screenshotted from the website that I was going back and forth with my stepfather asking him questions. So I took those same photos and I presented it to the customer service rep who was assisting me, and I was asking her, like, do you guys have this type of gun? Do you guys have this type of gun? She's telling me they don't have this, they don't have that. I'm constantly telling her, like, I've never purchased a gun before, so, you know, I need help. So she pulls out a gun and she let me hold the gun and everything, and she like pulled a little clip back, so she like, you know how to do that? I'm like, I haven't done it in a while. And then she snatched the gun out of my hand and gonna say, I'm not gonna purchase to you. And I said, what? And she's like, I'm not going to purchase to you. And I said, and may I ask why not? She going to say, because it looks like that you're purchasing a gun for somebody else. What that look like? I said, excuse me? She was like, it looked like you're I said, first of all, bitch. Yes, I did. I went there. I said, first of all, bitch, I'm a 41-year-old woman and I'm concealed to carry. What proof do you fucking have that I drove all the way from Chicago to come here to purchase a gun for somebody? You're discriminating. Now, you're just looking like you got me fucked up, bitch. I said, you got me fucked up. I said, you dirty, dusty ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I said, you hate racist ass bitch. I went there, right? I said, that's all right, because I have social media, bitch. I said, nah, I have social media. In my TikTok? Where? Like, through the door, like, looking? She got a ponytail with some glasses. Is she kind of fat? I don't know. If she no, that ain't that bitch. No, that's not her. Not coming out. No, I see her right. That person you talking about on the corner. No, that's not her. Okay. No, because her ponytail was hanging. This one looked like it had a ball. The lady I'm talking about, ponytail was hanging. So anyway, I told the bitch, like, I got a large social media following, bitch. I'm about to put this motherfucker on blast, bitch, because you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Discriminating like a motherfucker. So I said, you know what, bitch? I'm about to get your motherfucking manager. Because if I was guilty, ain't no guilty bitch gonna stand there and ask for the motherfucking manager. The fuck is wrong with y'all? I hate racist white people, G. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say it again. I hate racist ass white people. G.
All right, so let's go on ahead and talk about it. Y'all know who I am, Instructor Mike. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So this was on Amanda Jones' Facebook page. And see, she says she got a large TikTok following, and she went to Hammond, Indiana's Cabela's store, which is actually Bass Pro Shops. They bought out Cabelas, and now it's Cabela Bass Pro Shops, and she's concealed to carry. There's no such thing as concealed to carry. It's just concealed carry in Illinois. So she crosses over state lines to go from Illinois to Indiana to purchase a firearm. I don't even know if she knows how that works. Because you can't possess the firearm. If you purchase the firearm, you're going to have to transfer it over to an Illinois FFL, so that way you can then possess it. So you would have to have transferred it over to Eagle Sports Range or Pelcher's in Lansing or some other place that has a FFL in Illinois. I don't even know if she knew that, but let's just say she did. So this is what she states occurred. She was trying to get a starter gun. Now, there's no such thing as a starter gun, but I know what she means. She's talking about a gun where she can, carry it and stuff like that. And because, she hasn't practiced, obviously. And you can hear that and see that because she said she had photos. She was on the phone with her stepdad. And so she was looking for a starter gun. Now, the lady takes a gun out, just a gun out of the cabinet and then gives her, takes out the magazine, racks the slide, and then asks her, does she know how to do it? And she says, I have not done it in a while. Full stop. Full stop. This is one of the things that I just do not like. Like, you claim to be one of the most unprotected genders out there, female, black, but then you don't maintain the skills that we teach you. Right? So then the lady pulls the gun back and says, I'm not going to sell it to you. And she says, I'm not going to sell it to you because she thinks that you're trying to do what's called a straw purchase. Now, I don't know where you took your concealed carry class from or who you went to. Obviously, it couldn't have been me because I don't recognize your face. But, and I'm good at recognizing faces. But if you knew anything about this, you would know that yes, there are people who come from Chicago to Indiana and they do straw purchases all the time. So it's not necessarily racism. It's a thing that occurs. But do people watch the news? Do you pay attention to stuff like this? Because if you would have known that, then you would have understood her hesitation to sell. Plus, you got tattoos. Do your thing. Do your thug thizzle, right? But people have the right to assume certain things. Like, stereotypes aren't all not true. There's a level of truth to it. And even though you may or may not have been trying to do that. And what did you say? Well, I'm a 41-year-old woman. Why would I be asking for your manager? Why would I do that? As a criminal investigator, that's what people do. Like, it's not an abstract thing to say that someone who's trying to make a straw purchase wouldn't then turn to a customer who's disgruntled to then make said purchase to then pass it off to someone illegally. So that's not racism. That's what can happen. You probably triggered her when you said it's been a while since I've done that. And though you were probably telling the truth, I would have sat there and pulled that back and said, I don't know, maybe we're not going to sell it to you because your skills aren't necessarily there. And that's just me. That's just me. One of the reasons why I don't want to work at a gun shop. One of the reasons why a lot of people... This is not racism. And this is not Cabela's being a bad shop. This is Cabela's being preventative, proactive. You're the one that didn't keep up with your skills. And it's not just you. You don't maintain your skills. You don't even listen in concealed carry classes. Like some of you do, most of you don't. You only really hear just to get the protection. You don't take follow-up classes like you need to. And these are just objective facts. You could be mad at me. I'm okay with that. But this is on you. This isn't racism. This is on you. Good job, Cabelas. And I got to add to that this. If you would have went to, they got a plethora of guns on the wall where you could try before you buy. That way you don't have to have pictures, right? You got your pictures and then you see if that gun is on the wall. And if one of those pictures is a Taurus G2C, that's a hood classic, right? That's the new, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They don't have that on the walls. I don't know how you're going to try that out. But, there are plenty of guns you could try before you buy. And it is just so, and if you've been to my class, I talk about that in my class. I talk about that on my videos. Try before you buy. Right? So, and I'm sure that the place where you went to get your concealed carry class, I'm sure they talked about that. Maybe. I'm just being nice. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what they talk. It's your shit, right? Try before you buy. The information is out here. But you want to go with some pictures and buy a gun that you can't even try out. That's like going to a car dealership and saying, I saw this lovely car and this is what I want. You don't want to test drive it? Nope. Just give it to me. And by the way, I have my driver's license, but I haven't driven a car for at least 4 years since I got my driver's license. Make it make sense. Fucking racism. I'm going to come out there and buy a gun. I've never bought a gun from Cabelas, but I'm going to buy a gun from Cabelas just to support them. And if you're mad at me and you don't want to come take my classes, that's fine. You can go to other places and get your concealed carry class and get sent the fuck off. Why? Because obviously wherever she went to take her concealed carry class, they might not have taught her some real good information to make it stick. Because if they did, nah, I ain't gonna even blame that class. That class probably was awesome as fuck. You just don't remember because you don't do what you supposed to do, baby. This on you. This ain't on Cabelas. This instructor Mikey, you've been trained. Racism.